Food, specifically white flour, white sugar, butter. They're the angels of lightness and the devil in the details. They conjure up memories of childhood, of holidays, of romantic times, happy times, gluttony times. They call you all through the day, into the night, first thing in the morning. I want this. I want that. I want the other. I want them all. A dreadful thing happened to me, about a week ago. Not even. What was it, 3-4 days ago? Yes. I was innocently throwing my garbage away when, while passing the community room, I saw mountains of bread. It was Tuesday evening. I remember because Tuesday's the delivery day. It might have even been Wednesday evening. I'm not quite sure. But I was going by to throw my garbage in the trash chute when I saw it. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe there's some whole grain bread in there. Much to my chagrin, and probably because it was right after Christmas, there was an unopened box of 6 Krispy Kreme glazed donuts and 1 piece of cake from Publix. Thank God it was cake from Publix. I was so overjoyed I made a second trip. So I grabbed all the bread I could, and I grabbed the donuts and I grabbed the cake, and I hobbled back to my apartment door and I had to drop everything, unlock the door, grab everything back up again, throw it in before anyone could see me hoarding bread, donuts, and a piece of cake. But it was the only donuts and cake left, so I would imagine they had a massive amount, because this is a complex of addicts. Oh yes, addicts. Such as cigarette fiends. You'll always find them either at the foyer where they do not belong, or over at the smoking area where they do belong but rarely go. And then, whenever anybody puts out a big jar of any kind of candy, gone by evening. Any treats laid out, cooked food, whatever, gone by evening. So yeah, it's amazing that the donuts and cake were left behind. Not so amazing on the cake, because I got to tell you, it sucked. I took one bite. I could not, I can't taste, but there was nothing. So I immediately took that and threw it away, feeling very guilty that some other sugar addict couldn't get hold of that now because I defiled it. And then threw it away, which is a horrible thing, really, when you think about it, because they don't have any recycling here. So then I proceeded to eat a donut that very next morning with coffee. I just dipped that lovely donut in there, and what is it about the combination of coffee with sugar in it, though it was maple syrup, but it didn't matter because now I was eating white flour, various satanic fats, and sugar. And one wasn't enough. Of course it wasn't. We're talking about salt, fat, and sugar, and white flour. A deadly combination, to be sure. Highly addictive. So then I took a second donut and I started dipping that and eating that. And then I said, I have to throw these donuts away. I knew what I had to do. And I said, there's 4. That's very respectable. I'm going to take this box and put it on the coffee table in the foyer, and for sure, with some napkins, clean napkins, and people could just take a donut and eat it. And then I ate the third donut. And by then, 3 donuts in a box looked very disrespectful, and I didn't want anyone to see that I'd eaten 3 donuts in one sitting. So I threw that away. I know it was a waste of food, but I'm like, these fat, hardly walking people, they don't need another donut. I assure you on Tuesday they'll be down here trying to get first in line for cakes and pies. It'll be all right. But I'm not all right because I got on the scale last night at my kid's house. Now that scale is totally unpredictable, so we're going to erase that number. But I went to bed last night with, what would you call it? A renewed sense of consciousness. Maybe we'll call it that. Determination, most certainly. Perseverance, I'm not so sure. But I decided you're going to be fat as a cow, or fatter than the cow that you already are, and you have to stop eating. I don't like that. I like to eat. I don't know what it is. A piece of toasty toast with butter or jam on it, crackers, popcorn, chips, donuts, brownies. I want it all. I've been dreaming about Boston cream pie and I know where to get it. That's the scariest part. Christmas destroyed me and I barely ate any sweets. This is the weird thing about it, okay? It was that trip to that pastry shop that pushed me over the edge, I tell you. I just was able to try everybody else's delicacies and the creaminess and the cocoa-ness, and because I can feel cocoa, I can feel it. The softness and the custardiness, oh, the creaminess, oh, the flakiness of phyllo. Oh, it was just too much, and I haven't been right since. I just want to go to that bakery. I want to go to that bakery I've never been to, and they look like they have the patent on cream and custard, guys. You should see when they advertise on my local Facebook page. You just don't understand. Lemon curd coming out of everywhere. Oh, help me, God. Help me. Why do I still want to eat when I can't taste it? It's the sensation. It's the memory. It's the... I wouldn't call it satisfaction. You can never be satisfied. I don't care how much chocolate you eat. There's always room for more. Or perhaps you'll eat that entire bag of M&Ms and say, I need a bag of chips. Yes, a bag of chips. And when the insanity has deeply infiltrated your mind, body, and soul, you might even buy dip to go with those chips. It's a horrible thing. A conundrum. What the heck is a conundrum? It sounds good, so let's use it. What do I do? Where do I go from here? Okay. I admit it. Yesterday I attempted to make some healthier oatmeal cookies. I don't think they taste right. I can feel that there's way too much, maybe baking soda, and there wasn't enough of anything else because it's supposed to be healthy. And so I did eat one of those this morning. Well, not one really. I had bit it last night and put it back in the container. And then this morning, after I had some coffee, I bit it again. And then I continued to bite it little by little until that one cookie was gone. But that's only 79 calories, so I'm okay there. Then I had coffee with 1 teaspoon of maple syrup, and I know that's 20 calories. So now we'll call it 100, just to get that out of the way. And then I said, eggs. Eat eggs. Don't do the pancakes. All you're doing with the Kodiak high-protein pancake mix is you're inviting donuts. So don't go there. Have 2 poached eggs on toast. So I made myself a bigger piece of toast, which was from the bread from the community room. It's called the sunflower bread, sunflower seed bread, something like that. Anyway, I love it because it's got little nutty things in it. And I took 1 larger piece and then 1 very small piece, and I put it in the toaster, and I burnt the small piece. But I did salvage the large piece, of which I put the 2 eggs on there, and then I put another piece of toast in, and then I ate like 2/3 of that piece. And I divided my butter into a tablespoon, and then I cut it into quarters, and then I cut one of the quarters. No, I cut it into 3s. And then I had a third of a pat of butter. A third of a tablespoon butter. And I cut that in half. I have no idea how many calories that is, but we'll call it 20. So I think I'm around 300 calories now. And if I'm not, we're going to call it 300 calories. And I'm going to tell you why. I'd rather over-calculate than under-calculate, which has gotten me in this terrible situation of gaining weight again. How could I do that? Do you know how hard it is to get 2 pounds off? Let alone 4, if that's what happened, but I'm not sure, so let's not go there. I will weigh myself faithfully again on Tuesday, and I got to make this Saturday, Sunday, and Monday count. Yes, low calorie. Keep it down. Why? Why is it like this? God, answer me. Why couldn't we be wired that the more calories we ate, the thinner we became? I would disappear. I'd fade away into nothingness. I'd be eating so many calories, I'd be gone in a 24-hour period. Like the book Thinner. Except it wouldn't just be pie. That was disgusting. Did you ever read that book? Me and Dennis read it together, and you were like, ew! But we were both very chunky, so it was a great fantasy. Could you imagine being able to eat all the eclairs you ever wanted and waking up one day to 120 pounds on the scale? That would be paradise. Yes. But that's not going to happen. In fact, what is happening instead is a lousy 166 more calories a day or week or whatever I'm doing. I think it's a day. Is going to drive the scale up. Now, I'm still successful in that I was a heaping 239, and very possibly I tipped that scale at 240, because once I saw that I was 239, I went to a state of shock. That was back in 2018. It's taken this long to get my crap together. Think about it. I don't know how much I weigh. I'd like to safely say that I definitely lost 40 pounds still, but I'm not so sure anymore. Why? I don't want lettuce. I don't want cucumbers. As a matter of fact, the 2 cucumbers I got from Walmart delivery were bad. And I'm very angry because I didn't get my money back on those. All right, so 79 cents each. That's outrageous. And I couldn't even eat them. I tried. Peeling them, cut it open. What the heck is this red ring in the middle of my cucumber? What do they do to them? They wax the heck out of them. Yeah, maybe if we throw enough crap on them, they won't go bad so fast. I don't like what they're doing to my food. I don't like the way it doesn't taste. Okay. That was random. What do I do now? Oh, I love to starve myself. Why can't I fast? Because I get dizzy and faint. That's why I can't fast. I could do that intermittent fasting, but that just seems like the loneliest thing on the face of the earth. Could you just imagine not eating for 16 hours? That's a hard one to imagine. Wherefore art thou, Thinio? It's not like I'm looking to enhance my looks. That ship has sailed. I look at my pictures from my youth and I look at now and it's like, talk about creepy magazine. But I do want to be healthier. I want my legs to stop hurting. I want my lower back to suddenly bloom into spring, and it doesn't hurt when I walk, and I can walk. That'd be nice. I'd like to go for a long walk. Anywhere. But I have to fight this. I know I love to eat. I love to crunch. I love soft creaminess. I love saltiness, sweetness, sourness. I even can handle some bitterness. Yeah. Little burn on the tongue for spicy. That nice bouquet that comes up when you know something is superiorly spiced, and it's like, I know I'm tasting something. Thank God. But I'm not really sure. Because when I ask somebody else, would you taste this and tell me what you taste? They say, doesn't taste like much. And yet I can taste it. It's going to be a psychological thing. But okay, wipe that all away. Recommitment. Starting over. I'm so scared I can't do it. I want to just go into the freezer and pull out that long Italian loaf and cut it into pieces and turn it into French toast with tons of syrup. I won't even pretend by defrosting some berries and pretending it's healthier that way. I just want to soak white bread in egg and milk. I don't have any milk, thank you God. I have coconut milk. It ain't gonna be the same, but it'll be a lot less calories. Maybe I'll eat that for lunch if I could count the calories, but no. You gotta understand, here's the problem. It's the white flour. The white flour is driving me to insanity. Yes. White flour, white sugar. It's deadly, deadly for me. And salt, because I don't know what it is. What is it? Sweet and a little bit of salty there, and it's like, ooh. I wish I could eat a gigantic bowl of Bavarian cream. Do you know what that is? Oh, it is custard with heavy cream and something else. Some people put mascarpone in it, and then you have this like lovely fluffy, I don't know, something or other that you can stuff into phyllo-shaped forms or stuff between puff pastry. All right, enough of that. I'm going back on calorie counting, and this time I'm counting them properly. Every ingredient shall be counted and accounted for. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That was a good one. Bye.